building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a play fake. Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown to Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one goes for 24 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. This is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a game 2. That's another Washington First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Barkley, toss play left. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jones now on 3rd down. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have taken the lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead is now 10-7. Faircatch signaled for and taken successfully. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And he goes out right around the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now, Kaepernick again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. This to McLaurin out on the left side. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. He's at the 30. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. From way up at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, Jones. Flushed out right. First down and much more here for Jones. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is Booker on the dump off. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Kaepernick. Toward the right sideline, but it's in. The intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards. Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
Touchdown! Ricky Seals-Jones from 3 yards out, and Washington able to cut into that deficit.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
They'll turn to Kamara, and he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive?
That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give. This is Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's taken down inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down. Throwing, Jones. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 28 yards. And the Giants are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
58 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. You gonna take. You gonna take. You gonna take.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
From the 44, Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Come on, QB, come on. 26, Mike, 26. Watch the slap. Go street. 26, Mike, 26, Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
Now Jones. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A real
Really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that.